Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate your support, man. I'm very humbled by it. So, you guys remember King Nico? I do, man. I actually liked the individual, liked him then, like him now, right? King Nico, the Blaxican, man. The Black Mexican who got on YouTube, got on social media, and wasn't ashamed to rep both sides of his lineage, right? Wasn't ashamed to let everyone knows how he rocked. Now, I got a couple black homeboys from my neighborhood that are blacker the berry, sweeter the juice, right? But they represented it in a norteño fashion. And again, man, when you become part of a gang, you're a gang member. It's how you grow up and where you grew up, and that's how you kind of identify. But I would always tell the homeboys, hey, you black, bro. Let's keep it real, right? Don't never forget where you come from. And they never did. Now, what I respect about King Nico is he never forgot both sides of his heritage, but he more so leaned towards the Mexicano side because that's how he grew up. That's who he grew up with. Enough so that he even spoke Spanish, man, fluently. I just respected the vato. Not because of that, because he was funny. He took the prison genre, doing time, and twisted it and made it educational yet funny at times, right? He was pretty well known and blew up in the last few years on the internet for, of course, doing these skits about prison, these skits about the outside, how to make it spread, things of that nature, man. Things that we could all appreciate, taking a hardship and turning it into something positive and funny. You know, he never talked about gangs necessarily, never identified with a certain gang or group. He was a rapper. He did do music, right? And in his music, man, sometimes he did mention a neighborhood that he was from, or what I would like to say is he was part of a tagging crew who actually became a neighborhood, but was a solid dude, a solid guy, man. Always showed support to my channel. I showed support to him. And that's about it. We never talked. We never got into any conflict. There was never no beef, nothing like that. Well, there's a picture floating around the internet. And this picture right here has the internet feeling some type of way. It has social media networks feeling some type of way. Bunch of people, man, that used to support King Nico, that used to watch him daily, that laughed at all his skits, now all of a sudden are calling him a PC, mad at him, calling him a piece of shit, disrespecting him because of the picture floating around, which you can see on my thumbnail, the picture of him in prison. He is currently in prison. You know, he's on an undisclosed yard. I'm not too sure what yard he is on, but whatever yard, it's a minimum custody yard because you could see that he's in a dormitory setting. Now, that's probably a level 1 or a 2 yard. Doesn't look like a gym setting in a level 3 or 4. The gym is a little bit different. In the gym, you'll have, and I've done time in the gyms that are converted to house inmates because of overpopulation in the state of California. But usually it's about 3 beds, 3 bunks, right? Some have 2 bunks, most have 3. And man, nobody wants to be on that bottom bunk. It's like you're living in the man cave, literally, right? I know I wouldn't be able to fit on the bottom bunk because the way I'm built, if I ever try to jack off, my hand would hit the bunk like all the time. So it was just unnecessary for me to ever be on the bottom bunk. Middle, same thing. I like the top bunk in a dormitory setting, but that's just me. The reason this picture is getting talked about so much on social media and is circulating is because I'm not going to lie. In prison, if you don't keep your area clean, that's called dirtbag status. Okay? That's called biker status. Not saying bikers are dirty. It's just an old joke that goes around like, damn, bro, you're out there living like a biker. You know, bikers don't give a fuck. They got motorcycle parts everywhere, right? A little oil ain't never going to hurt nobody. Okay? A little transmission fluid. It is what it is. But if you're an active gang member on a general population yard, if you're still in good standings, then you have to keep your mattress rolled. Your area must be professional at all times. Cleanliness is next to godliness, is also next to fucking pegadaness, right? So if you're not up to par, especially being from Southern California, representing Sur Gang, the Southerners, right? You have to be carry yourself with a certain level of professionalism. Now, looking at the picture, my first glance, I see King Nico. He's looking healthy. He's looking happy. He's looking like he's doing his prison time. And again, man, I don't care what side of the yard you're on. If you're on the other side, GP, PC, none of that matters to me. Time is time, and time heals all wounds, right? He looks healthy. He looks like he's programming now. Of course, on second glance and observation, I realize that he is most definitely in a level 1 or 2 yard. So he's not in a position or in an area where it's like continuous work being put in and the yard being slammed. In fact, it looks like he's eating good. He's getting healthy. He's doing his thing. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying because of the way the picture looks, because his mattress is unrolled, his bed is very disheveled. His bed is absolutely not how it's supposed to be in a general population yard. We all know, man, programming and functioning on a GP yard, you're going to have your mattress rolled tight at the crack of dawn. You're on program time, and it doesn't matter what setting you're in, a level 1, level 2, 3, 4. There's certain things being a part of a group or a gaggle in prison, especially a group like the Southsiders or Southerners, Southern Raza, Northerners as well. You're going to keep that mattress rolled tight. You're going to be on program time, okay? You're never going to see anyone laying on their fucking blanket, on their mattress, unless they are on a yard that the program is different. So more than likely an SNY yard, but even on them yards, you're going to see guys that are going to roll their mattresses up, 50-50 yards, guys that are going to roll their mattresses up because they're so used to doing it to program in a certain way. Now, that doesn't mean you can't take a nap whenever you want. If you're on the other side, a non-active side, a PC yard, or whatever you want to call it, then you can pretty much dictate your own program and do what you want to do. Now, there's a lot of people that supported King Nico that are backing up off of him because of this picture. And it's unfortunate that people have to base and disrespect this man off of a photo. They don't know the background to this picture. You know, obviously, if he's on a level 1 or level 2 yard, maybe things on that particular yard are just a little bit more relaxed. Now, I do know this. As being an active general population gang member at some point, I'm not sure how the Southerners do it, but I know level 1s and 2 yards are off limits, meaning they're not active. They're not considered GP. And if you go program on them yards, you're considered no good. You're considered not embraced anymore, not with the program, not GP. You can't go back to GP after being on these integrated yards or these 50-50 yards or whatever, these non-active yards, right? They're calling them integrated yards, programming yards. Now, to me, it looks like he's in some form of camp. It looks like he's on probably a level 1 or 2 fire camp yard. And maybe things are a little bit different there. How do we know that this picture wasn't taken at night and he just unrolled his mattress and he was going to get ready for bed, right? See, we don't know this. You can't judge a book by its cover. People are calling him all types of PCs, that he's not on GP, that he's not no good because of the way his area looks. I'm not going to lie. It does look like dirtbag status. He could be a little bit more clean, but being a little dirty doesn't mean you're not active. Doesn't mean you're not with the program. It just means you need to fucking tighten up your ship, right? No one knows the background. Like I said, they don't know if this picture was taken in the evening time, if it was already after hours, after program time, and they don't know how the get down goes for the Southerners there. But on first glance, it does look mighty suspicious. Now, does it matter? To me, it doesn't. I'm the type of person, and people are going to say, of course it doesn't matter to you. You're on the other side. Wouldn't matter if I was active. I don't care about what the next man is going through, whether he's GP, a PC, active. None of that has ever mattered to me, man, because I was functioning doing my program. And as long as them type of individuals weren't right there next to me, then we had no issues, right? And of course, if you're active in your general population, you're not going to run into those types of dudes. But times are changing. Things are changing in the CDCR. With these integrated yards, these programming yards, you're going to go wherever they send you. Now, you have a curfew in most cases if you're a part of a group. And you would think if you're an active Southerner or you represent the South Side or function like that, then you have a curfew to get off certain yards. I don't know what that time limit is. I know it used to be 90 days. I don't know what it is anymore. Things have changed. But there's also, like being in Norteño, there was curfews to certain yards we were not allowed to be on. But also, at the same time, there was also a thing where if you can get to a yard and you get a huila that says you need to establish on the yard, then you need to plant your flag and try to establish. Try to set up some program to open that yard so other homeboys can come in and establish. Now, CDCR is changing so much, I couldn't tell you what the program is. But one thing that's never going to change is cleanliness. You always got to carry yourself as a professional. Now, King Nico has never struck me as a punk or a sucker or an individual that would choose to bow down or break it down to anyone at any time. He always carried himself with a lot of charisma, a lot of class, a lot of professionalism. He was always clean, right? So to see his mattress unrolled and see his cosmetics and everything kind of, it just doesn't look good, right? But what is your definition of good? Is he not the same person? Is he no good because he's a little dirty? Or is he no good because people are automatically jumping to conclusion that he's on a bad yard? You know, a lot of these guys that are saying this and a lot of the hate that he's getting in these comments are people that have never even been incarcerated or people that have and are just tripping out on how the difference, what a difference a day makes, right? Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Things have changed tremendously in CDCR to the point now, I don't even know if it's the same type of prison yards that I was at. People are everywhere. They're putting you wherever they want. It's up to you as a man to decide where you're going to go and where you're going to lay your head. Now, if he's on a level 1 or 2 yard and that is considered non-active for Southerners and he has stayed there, well, then yes, he is not active anymore. That means he is not tripping off the politics. He is not functioning, nor is he programming. But what difference does that make to him being a good rapper or a comedian or a social media personality? It doesn't. But of course, that's how quick people could turn your light on and off. All the people that were supporting him and loving his content and, oh, he's a good camarada, he's a good homeboy, he's a good dude, will just as easily throw you under the bus over a fucking picture on the internet that's circulating without even knowing the background to it, without even knowing what yard he is literally on. Now, of course, there are rules and regulations, and you must abide by them if you want to be that man when you get out. When he gets out, there's going to be some splaining to do, Lucy. People are going to want to know, hey, what yard was that picture taken on? Or were you active? Are you still GP? Not that it matters, but to some, I guess it really does. It really hurts their feelings or hurts their heart if you're not a good camarada or a good homeboy no more. But at the end of the day, the person does not change. See, people got this illusion, this disillusion that if you're functioning on a bad yard, what they consider a bad yard, then you're not a good person or you're not down or you lose that pep in your step or you're no longer with the program. That doesn't mean shit. What I get from what King Nico's doing is he's trying to go home. Okay? It looks like he's trying to do whatever he has to do to go home. And people think automatically with they tie in trying to go home and trying to get out and come back to your loved ones, you have to tell or you have to snitch or you have to debrief or you have to do these certain things. No, there's a lot of people that go on the other side of the yard that were never affiliated at that high of a level that don't have to say anything. They just go do their time the way they want to do it and go home. It doesn't mean that he's over there fraternizing with chomos and weirdos and suckers, man. There are going to be those around you on them type of yards. That's a fact. But look at all the love Cain Velasquez gets. Let's take him, for instance. He is on a 50-50 yard. He is on an integrated programming yard. Okay? Not general population. He is not GP. He's on considered a trash yard. Okay? I got nothing but love for Cain Velasquez. We all know Cain Velasquez was not a gang member, did not live that lifestyle, did not represent anything. And people got nothing but love for Cain because of the crime he's in for, what he did, how he stood on business, right? Even though he's functioning around these weirdos, there's weirdos right there. Could even be weird motherfuckers with weird cases in the pictures with Cain Velasquez. But because of who he is and the acknowledgement and the respect for the person he is, everyone bypasses and sees past that. What's the difference on a man going on a bad yard and function, even though if he wasn't a gang member, and a motherfucker that goes on a bad yard and functions that was? Really isn't no difference, right? People like King Nico for his charisma, his attitude, his comedy, for whatever, his rap music, you know, but they're going to quick to judge him because they feel like, hey, you ain't gang member enough. You're not hard enough. That's it. You were over there on a piece of shit yard. Well, so was Cain Velasquez, but ain't no one saying nothing to him. He'll hold. The thing is this. People should not be quick to judge someone based upon a picture because everyone could be totally offbeat. He's getting so much hatred. There's dudes like, nah, bro, you can't function on a level 1 or 2 yard. You're all bad if you do. No, he's not all bad. He's just on a yard considered all bad. But let me tell you something about the CDCR and the way the rhythm works of the night, right? You could be on a yard this month and next month it could be all good. Then you could be all bad another month and then it could be all good. That's the way CDCR flips these yards. That all it takes is someone who's someone from a particular organization and say this yard is good now. That's just the way it is. That's facts. I'm not lying to you. I'm dying with you before I'm lying with you, right? So what's to say that this man ain't on a yard that someone got there and said, hey, this is good now. Now, of course, the mattress on roll's a little suspect and suspicious, but hey, everyone moves different. Everyone lives different. How do we know that wasn't his first day in and the homeboys told him, hey, bro, you got to keep your mattress tight. Oh, Spencer. And they put that picture out there. Now, all of a sudden, people are judging him and talking shit. The same individuals that used to support him. It just boggles my mind. Quick story, man. I have a primo. He's non-active at this point, man. We talk from time to time, not every day, but he's with the business. Like this dude, I don't give a fuck if he's active, non-active, green, black, white, yellow. This motherfucker will kill you. Like he's not the type of dude to disrespect at all. And he's a younger primo of mine. His mom is my prima. He's just fucking a nut, right? I got a lot of those in my family. When I was active, I called his Efita, or non-active, excuse me. I called his Efita and I was like, hey, see what's up? I went to call. He answered. He was like, hey, you're all types of piece of shits and punks and you're a degenerate and you're a rat and all kinds of different things he was saying. He was speaking on, right? Talking his shit. He was active, right? So he felt some type of way. He was just doing what he was told to do and how he felt. Don't be calling my Heffa's house full. I'm like, bitch, if you don't shut up, right? I'm your older cousin. I'll slap the shit out of you. But I understood what he was doing and why he was doing it. He ends up going to county. Shit happens. He falls off, right? He gets removed in the county. He handles his business, whatever, right? Next thing you know, we're all good in the hood. Now it's all kinds of, hey, primos, what's up? Despensa. So it's crazy, man. In the reverse, if you look at it, someone could be hella cool. And the moment that they go to a yard that is considered no good by whoever, not even no one from their neighborhood, just whoever, then if they stay there, they're a piece of shit. And then it all comes down to, oh, you know what you got to do. Yeah, I know what I got to do. I got to go home. Okay, if I ain't telling on no one or affecting no one else's program, I'm trying to go home. All these guys are so mad at people because they want to go home. Oh, you know what you signed up for? Yeah, I signed up to go home. I signed up to shoot this motherfucker and do 15 years and then go home. Now, if I get involved in any pegadas and do something, then I signed on the dotted line for a deal, do 4, 5, 10, whatever more years, and then I want to go home. But go home never quits. Even when you have life without the possibility of parole, you always have hope that laws will change and you want to go home. In King Neeko's defense, man, and I'm not defending him. If he's on the bad yard, whatever. I don't care, right? Come join the crowd, homie, right? He looks like he wants to go home. He's looking healthy, and people should be more focused on, him doing his time, what he got incarcerated for, and how he's doing it like a real one. Because obviously, man, someone's taking that picture and they're feeling him some type of way. For those that are out there disrespecting this man, do your homework and your research before you just disrespect someone based upon a picture. Now, again, if he's not active, if he stood on a PC yard, right, or they call it PC yard, but it's an integrated yard. It's crazy because I guarantee all you dudes that are active and you're in the mix, you got homeboys that are on them yards right now, bro, that you still fuck with because he's your homeboy from your hood, but you're quick to talk shit about someone that ain't from your hood, homie. That's not the way to carry yourself with professionalism and program. I'm just saying. I don't care either way, man. I just think it's kind of a degenerate tactic to talk shit about someone on the internet and disrespect them when you don't know what he's doing in his program. Like I said, that picture could have been taken at night. Anything could have happened, man. But people are quick to jump the gun and disrespect. And it's unfortunate. Anyways, I want to say, I send mines to King Neeko. I don't care what yard he's programming on. I'm glad that he's healthy, he's alive, that he's going to get action at coming back to his family. And having never been on a level 1 or 2 yard, I don't know how it is over there. So I can't sit here and tell you who can go there and who can't. I know from the words I heard back in the days, we were not allowed as Norteños active to function on 1 and 2 yards. But then there was a time when people were. We were not allowed to go to fire camps. And I believe King Neeko was in a fire camp. It looks like a conservation center. It looks like a fire camp. And whatever, man, if he's allowed to go there and he's doing his time, hey, he's a grown man. He's going to deal with the repercussions for his actions. Now, one thing he can't do is go function on those yards, man, and then come out with the attitude of, I'm still in the mix. I'm still hard, because that right there is faking the funk. But hey, no one knows what he's doing. My total and utmost respect goes to him. These motherfuckers need to stop hating so much. Everyone's quick to hate on the next man, not even knowing what that man's going through. There's a lot of people that I see, man, that have family members that are sick and dying. They want to come home to them and they never thought they'd be in a position to get out. And they're like, fuck it. I got to go home, man. I got to do what I got to do. Doesn't mean they have to tell on everyone. But hey, just so much as laying your head on a yard that's deemed no good by some guys who deem it this month no good, it doesn't make them a piece of shit, not whatsoever. Anyways, with that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly and honestly believe in. That's the betterment of all people, man. This video right here is being sponsored by Barrio Liquors, man. Make sure you tap in if you're in the Turlock Central Valley area, the 209. And go show some support to the Barrio Liquors. It ain't nothing to pull up to the Barrio. You guys already know what it is, man. Like, subscribe. If your notifications ain't on all, YouTube has been acting funny with the money, man. So make sure that you guys stay aware. If you could join the membership, you have it in you. Join the Gunners Collective TV membership. We're going to get to doing some major shit over there. So I want you to be able to participate and be able to program over there with me. Thank you guys. Again, no hatred to the actives, the non-actives. None of that matters to me, man. All that matters is what time my kids get off school so I can go pick those little fuckers up because I love them. The gun. Bang, bang.